Ben McKee, West Rucker, Go Vols 24/7 here at Lindsey Nelson Stadium following a no-hitter.
Yeah.
A no-hitter, the fourth combined no-hitter in Tennessee school history, the first combined no-hitter since 2000. I believe it's the first no-hitter of any kind since 2002. And 5 pitchers combined to throw the no-hitter tonight, and it all started with Liam Doyle, who just continues to dominate everybody as he heads into SEC play.
Yeah, it was funny to kind of do a little bit of a straw poll with the people in the program and like how many of them really did not know that it was a no-hitter. Tony Vitello swears that he did not know until the end that it was a no-hitter. And
until they were celebrating.
Basically, he's like, what are you guys celebrating for? And oh, that's why. So, yeah, I mean, it starts with Doyle. You know, we all know that he gets a little fired up early in games.
A little.
Being diplomatic here, but that pitch count early gets up a little bit, and I think that's something that if you want to say only one thing, that's not great. Mm-hmm. That's the one thing that's got to happen. But I mean, after he has leadoff walk, the next 17 get retired, and that was despite some long battles and at bats that he had to come back and win. But when you can throw a fastball like he can between 92 and 98 from the left side, and you can move it as much as it does at the end, and you can locate it and spot it in all the quadrants, you can throw a lot of fastballs because still ain't nobody hitting it.
Yeah, his numbers right now are pretty silly. 13 tonight in 5.2 innings of work. He's, I think 77% of his outs this year are strikeouts. So he's got his, maybe I shouldn't say his first big test. Maybe Oklahoma State was the first big test, but the next big test next Friday when we assume he will pitch against Florida to start SEC play. Following up Liam was Tanner Franklin, and I was surprised to see Brandon Arvidsson come in there. And I don't know that Franklin was super crisp, but I thought both of those guys pitched really well following Liam.
Yeah, and I wonder if there hadn't been such a long layoff there, maybe he throws a little bit longer, Franklin. But, you know, when you get him hot like that and then it's cold outside a little bit and it's a long inning at the plate, I think kind of waiting a little bit longer on him is fine. You know, you can maybe even throw him Sunday a little bit if you wanted to now. I thought all the guys that were out there looked pretty good to me. I mean, you look at the numbers and they speak for themselves, and I don't think St. Bonaventure's a terrible baseball team. They got some guys over there who can run, good bat-to-ball skills. You wouldn't know it with strikeout numbers tonight, but they battled like hell at the plate all night long. And, but what Tennessee's got is just different. Yeah,
and then you had Braden May making his collegiate debut. Looked very, very sharp. I believe that was the 8th inning. And then Michael Sharman finishing it off there in the 9th inning. Both of those guys were really impressive as well.
Yeah, and it's great to see anytime somebody who's obviously not a true freshman or redshirt freshman make their college debut, and it's a part of a no-hitter. You think about how long you have to wait to get the chance, and then you go in there and it's part of a no-hitter. That's a really cool thing. It just is. And I think, you know, Sharman's a guy who I think you see the stuff and you're like, I like this stuff, and the numbers don't really show that yet. But there's that old saying that usually by the end of the season, your numbers get to where they are on the baseball card. Like water finds its level. If your stuff is good and you keep plugging away, you're going to have better outings. And this was a big step for him tonight, I think.
Yeah, and offensively, Tennessee's offense continued to look like Tennessee's offense. 12 runs, double-digit hits. They've now scored 10 or more runs in 9 of their 14 games, which is pretty good according to my calculations.
Seems good.
Had to deal with a funky windup from the St. Bonaventure pitcher to start the game, and a crowd got a funny kick out of that and started chiming in as well. And you had 4 homers, I believe, on the night. Cannon Peebles, Dalton Bargo got things going in the 2nd inning. Andrew Fisher stayed hot. Gavin Keelan stayed hot. This offense just continues to roll. Yeah,
it was fun with homeboy on the mound today doing the shout out to my mom, the former Rockette, on the Rockette leg kick there. But it was, we laugh, but like that stuff can really be a pain to see. And we've seen even in recent past some Tennessee offenses that were really, really good. What you could do is you could throw a guy out there who's different. Mm-hmm. Throw the ball, spike it in the dirt a little bit, have a funky windup, a fastball around 83 miles an hour, and they would occasionally have trouble with some guys like that because they're not used to it. Now they just wait, look at a couple pitches, time it up, and there you go. I mean, they're hitting everything. And there are going to be times in SEC play where somebody's just going to stick it up their nose. Like that's what happens in this league. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better offense in college baseball.
I totally agree. A nice series opening win for Tennessee over St. Bonaventure this evening. They'll be back in action tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as well, following Senior Day over at Thompson Bowling Arena. So a busy day of Tennessee athletics, and Wes and I will have as much coverage of it all as we can at
First
Go Vols.
rounder maybe for St. Bonnie-Thorne on Saturday.
That's right. I'm excited to watch him pitch after we watch Rick Barnes cry over Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Mashak's Senior Day. So we'll have all the coverage of everything Tennessee athletics tomorrow at GoVols247.com. He's Wes Rucker. I'm Ben McKee.